Day 17 asking SK to play Mighty Miner, Goblins, Log, Xbow, Pump, Archers, Ice Spirit, Fire Spirit. Well, Toradot, today you're going to be getting your request. Today, guys, we're going to be playing a grand challenge live with Pumpbo. This is a pretty new meta version of Pumpbo, I guess, with the Mighty Miner in there. The 2 cycle cards, Archers and Goblins. So we're going to be trying to get 12 wins today and just showcase a different Xbow variant that could actually be pretty good, I think. So I've actually seen people play this deck season ago, I think, before Archers were nerfed, when they were really overpowered. You see pigs right at the start, just gonna try and defend them. But yeah, we saw this deck. I think some people were top 1 with it. I know my friend Riley was. I think Morton and Lucas were as well. I mean, Archers were really broken. I'm gonna go for an Xbow right now, by the way, as well. He goes for arrows and then the Goblin Cage, so it is gonna be recruits, it looks like. Gonna Ice Spirit cycle back to my Goblins. We do actually get a lock, which is huge. Gonna Goblins once the Goblin Brawler crosses the bridge. Never mind about that. And then Log all this back, and Fire Spirit, I think, because I think Log Fire Spirit does kill Zappies. We do actually get that. Nice. That is actually huge, because this is definitely an impossible match in my opinion for the very first match, which is ridiculous, because I mean, I just want to play Pumpbo. Toradot has been asking for this like on every single video, so I decided, you know, definitely gonna listen to the suggestion. I also wanted to apologize, guys. I've been so inactive recently. I really don't want to be. It's just I really don't have any time with how busy I've been. I mean, I guess that's technically not true. If I really wanted to, I could take, say, an hour or 2 hours out of each of my days to record videos. It just feels like a lot, though. Gonna Archer snipe the Flying Machine. Thankfully, they get the final hits in, and then Mighty Miner with the bomb should be able to do okay. I'm gonna ignore that one recruit in the left, and I think we actually just defended that really well. Wow. And this is definitely like a really terrible matchup. I think if I didn't get that lock, I would not have like won this match. I mean, the match still isn't over, to be honest, because this is the issue with Pumpbo as well. As you guys can see, there's no big spell. You only have a log, and so, you know, if I was playing 3.0, I'd be like, okay, I already won, because I just cycled 2 fireballs and some logs at the end. But now, I don't really know what I can do. I guess I'm just gonna pump right here, and to defend the pigs, I guess I'll go like Fire Spirit, Ice Spirit. Don't want to go Goblins right away, because he might have like arrows, but I'm gonna take a lot of damage, I guess. Like, I don't know, if I went Goblins, I could just gone arrows on them, and then I would have still been in the same situation, so that was hard. But I know I just took a lot of unnecessary damage. Also, because I don't have a building, I could pump again. I could also defensive Xbow. I think that might be better. Honestly, guys, I'm not a Pumpbo player by any means. This is the first time I've ever played this deck in my life. So we're gonna see how we can do. But he has poison. That is so weird. I'm gonna go for the Mighty Bomb to clip the Flying Machine, and then I think I need to get a lock somehow, because you can't log cycle like 500 HP. Okay, gonna Mighty on the pigs. Maybe ability and log will do okay. I think I'm gonna try that out. And we actually do get some decent chip on the pigs, but like, this is literally like slamming my head against a brick wall, because how am I supposed to break through against recruits? Like, this is why that early lead was so crucial, but I still don't even know if I can make it out of this one, because it's going to be really tough. I'm trying to like log cycle as much as I can. Also, stacking Archers in the right, by the way, because he has arrows. I don't want him to go Archers, or rather arrows on my Archers in the left. Gonna Archers, Fire Spirit, and log on these pigs. Like, I really can't afford to take any damage, but he can just arrows away, so I don't know, I guess I have to Xbow right now. Hopefully he doesn't have enough recruits in time, because he just went for his arrows, and that's what I'm going for, I guess. Oh my god, he just barely didn't have enough. Oh my god, that was insane. That was like such a ridiculous match. I can't believe I got recruits the very first game I played with this deck, but thankfully I caught him low enough on Elixir that he didn't have enough for recruits right away, so he should have like played a cage or something to recoup Elixir, but he tried to go recruits, got them down too late, thank god. So that's going to be 9-1. So yeah, Pumpbo, I guess I should talk a bit about this general strategy of this deck. So I feel like, obviously you want to use your pump to build up a big advantage, and then slow roll, build up big pushes. It's not like a normal Xbow cycle deck, which is how I normally play Xbow, so that's why it's going to be a bit tough for me to adjust, I guess. But it's definitely more of like a defensive deck, where you build up a bunch of Elixir with the pump, of course, and then eventually just overpower your opponent with a ton of Xbows. And you can also abuse the Mighty Miner 3-card cycle. You know, you have Ice Spirit, Fire Spirit. Before, I think this deck actually did run Skeletons. Now we have Goblins, because Goblins are also broken. They have been for a while. Actually kind of surprised that Ice Spirit kited the Valk, but I'm obviously grateful it did. I do get a small lock in the right, so looking like an interesting mortar cannon cart, probably mortar graveyard. Gonna fire spirit bridge because it's very good pressure actually, and it is, I guess, fire spirit kind of counts. I mean, it doesn't count as a spell because, if your opponent's at 500 HP, they'll always defend a fire spirit. But early on, it's kind of like chipping them out, I guess, which is a nice little way, I guess, to get some kind of damage. Okay, he goes for a queen in the back opposite lane. That is huge for me. And then Valk gonna archers up high. He does not have enough for a cannon cart right now because he just played his queen, which is 5. He played his Valk, which is 4. So he's at like 3 elixir right now. Yeah, he has to go mortar, and he's not gonna go cart for sure. I'm gonna go mighty. Oh no, I just barely got my mighty miner down a bit too late. If I got it down on time, I definitely would have gotten a big lock there, but sadly I get a ton of damage from the mortar. Not really ideal. I mean, I get some damage still with my Xbow, but that was very suboptimal. Really good prediction bar barrel on his end. I think I might have to log it as well. Yeah, I'm going to, just because I kind of want to, I guess. This is the thing about Pumpo though, like, I've been aggressive right now because I want to get a lock. Like, I don't really know, I'm not used to the playstyle, I guess, of, you know, just stacking a bunch of pumps, playing defensively, and then building up an advantage. Goes Cannon Cart Graveyard the bridge. I guess he's going to go for arrows later, but he can't afford them right away because Cannon Cart Graveyard is 10. So that was a really weird play, and now he just wasted his big counter to my Xbow in the Cannon Cart. Of course, he can still spam defensive mortars, and I can't do anything about it, but still, I guess, I mean, he did just waste his cannon cart. Gonna log the Valk plus Bar Barrel Ice Spirit as well to try and mitigate that Valk damage. I did, so he has to go Spear Goblins, and then I might still be able to get a small lock here. I think I do. Nice, that is so clutch. So we get another lock. That's absolutely huge. And gonna Fire Spirit to pressure again. Goes Queen. I think I'm gonna pump just because I want to build an advantage. Also, guys, against graveyard decks, you want to play your pump in this position right here, because if you play it in the corner, they can go graveyard and attack your pump with it. But if you go pump here, they can't attack your pump with the graveyard because that'll activate your king tower. So that's just a small little tip against graveyard with Elixir Collector. Gonna log all this back. Ice Spirit as well. He poisons, which is huge. So he didn't poison my pump. I think I'm gonna build up a second pump. So this is, I guess, what I was talking about, where, you know, you want to build up a big advantage. I didn't want to Expo there because I know he has Cannon Cart and Cycle. I'd rather build up my lead, punish his poison, and just, yeah, you know, like, chill like I'm doing right now. Gonna Mighty for the Valk. Does go Mortar. I have to distract it, of course. I think I can probably Expo because I'm up so much Elixir, but I have to defend this Mortar at the same time, or I guess I'm gonna try and defend it without defending it. This is something I do against Mortar sometimes. Like, instead of defending the Mortar, you just stall them out, basically, and just keep distracting, which is one option you can go for. I guess I will go Archers eventually, because, I mean, my Expo is basically dead. Yeah, the Mortar, so unfortunate, it splashed everything. I'm a defensive Expo. Again, like, see, this is the thing about Pump Bow. You don't really have the best offense, I would say, because you do have really solid defense, honestly. You have Mighty Miner, Archers, Goblins, Cycle cards, but it can be tough to break through, honestly. I'm going to go in right now. I'm definitely up a ton of Elixir, though, so I think the main point of this deck, again, is just to build up a ton of Elixir with your pumps, as opposed to, you know, out-cycling counters. I mean, obviously, Cycle still matters, but where 3-point Expo Cycle in this matchup, for example, I'd keep going in, and, or I guess I don't know, like, his Cannon Cart, I could probably defensive Expo sometimes, but in this case, I'm going for the pump advantage, whereas with 3.0, I'd just be going in a lot, and, you know, trying to out-cycle him, eventually get him in a bad cycle, I guess, so that's one difference. I would say I'm versatile enough to the point where I can differentiate between playstyles. For example, I'm decent at Ice Bow whenever I play it. It's definitely different than 3.0, but I'm still obviously a 3.0 main, so at the end of the day, like, 3.0 is kind of in my heart. I play Expo like I would play 3.0, like, to some extent, if I'm autopiloting, for example. Anyway, they're going to pressure, just because I don't want him to be able to go in for a graveyard, so I'm just going to keep spamming with my Expo at this point. There's only 20 seconds left, and I just don't want him to be able to go in. Okay, this Expo is basically dead, so now I'm going to focus on defense. I think I forced out enough Elixir. I just have to not take damage from this one graveyard, and then I win. Gonna Ice Spirit up high because I don't want that to splash my tower at all, and that's gonna be GG. Really nice win against the Mortar Graveyard deck, which I have not actually seen in a long time. So I guess I'm doing okay, guys. I just beat Recruits and now Mortar Graveyard with Cannon Cart, so doing pretty well. I mean, this deck isn't as overpowered as it was because Archers aren't broken. Like before, Archers were genuinely broken, I will admit it, and they were in pretty much every deck. But yeah, anyway, gonna go for the next match. Let's keep the games going. Alright guys, we found our next match against OLR Richard. Giant Phoenix arrows on his back. Oh god, this is not looking good at all, because probably Giant Double Prince, especially like when I see this clan, like this Brazilian clan, really not being racist or anything, it's genuinely just, I see a lot of Giant players from these clans, like Giant Graveyard, So I'm scared because I don't like these. Yeah, Dark Prince. I think it's going to be Giant Double Prince. Oh no. So anyway, I guess I don't know how to navigate this with Pumpo, especially because, I mean, I don't even have a defensive building for the Giant, and he can just miner away my pumps, I guess. So I don't really know how I'm supposed to deal with this. Also, they all started running arrows now instead of Zap, which is so annoying because archers just get destroyed by arrows. I know literally everyone was running arrows last season because, I mean, archers were broken, to be fair, but now I don't know why people are still, I guess it's a really good card, but yeah. Gonna log this Phoenix egg and the Prince, I think, or I guess I'll Fire Spirit to cut it back. Okay, that was really stupid. I should have just logged, I guess. I'm gonna log now, and I'll eat the Ewiz. I don't really know why I logged. I mean, why I didn't log. I was like thinking about it and then just decided not to. I guess I get some Goblin Ship in the left. I'm gonna Xbow. He goes for a Miner. He just wasted his Ewiz so I can Mighty Miner on the Giant, and then Ice Spirit as well. If I had to guess, he's gonna zap the Mighty Miner to reset, because he kind of has to, otherwise he'd lose his Giant. Gonna Goblins now, and maybe try and pressure a bit, but yeah. Like, they also have the Ewiz in here, which is, you know, a really solid Mighty Miner counter, actually, so this is really looking like a bad matchup. Gonna Ability. Okay, that didn't work out at all. Or I guess it kind of did, but I wanted to maybe, like, get the Mighty Miner on tower somehow. I don't know, I guess Mighty Miner is one offensive component of this deck, but at the same time, like, it's not really... I don't know, like, Pumpo is a hard deck to play in my opinion. Like, a lot of people say it's brain dead, like Lucas, and a lot of people, they say, oh, you just spam pumps, and I mean, I guess I can kind of see where they're coming from, but as an Xbow player myself, you know, I like to play Xbow the way Xbow was meant to be played, and I just don't really think Pumpo really fits that much. Like, it's more of a pump deck than an Xbow deck in my opinion. Like, honestly, okay, I think I'm actually going to get a lock here. Hold on, wow, I somehow got a connection against Giant Double Prince. Yeah, I did outcycle the Giant. I mean, you can still outcycle with Pumpo, but I think it depends on the matchup, because, like, in this matchup, I don't see how I can get an advantage by stacking pumps, honestly, because if I just keep going pump, he can probably miner, so I think I have to be pretty selective when I go for them. Right now, I have Ice Spirit and Goblins in cycle, so I can maybe catch the miner if he tries to miner my pump. Definitely going to pop ability there. He actually messes up the Ewiz, which is pretty clutch. Gonna Goblins and Archers, he has to respond to the Mighty, does so with the defensive Miner. That's pretty clutch, actually. I mean, I'm gonna pump again to punish the Miner. Now he just uses arrows, so he can't defend this. He could zap both pumps without have to entail him also activating King, so don't think he's gonna go for that. Just gonna Mighty Miner for the Dark Prince, and I had a feeling he was gonna go in. I think I have to stack archers, but it is annoying that he has arrows, honestly. And Ewiz is just going to shut down my Mighty Miner entirely. So this defense is going to be tough. I think I have to get back to a new pair of archers and then just defend them. But it's hard because, honestly, the only tank in this deck is a Mighty Miner. And, honestly, that just makes it pretty difficult. I'm going to go in because I should be up a lot of Elixir right now. But he is playing Giant Double Prince, so you can probably just get away with defending it very easily. And, yeah, this is the issue, by the way. Like, honestly, with Mighty Miner being your only tank, you can't get many of them on the board at the same time. You can only get one at the same time. And that makes it really hard, honestly, because, like, in this matchup especially, like, he has the Dark Prince, he has the Prince. You'd want stuff to tank for those, because if the Dark Prince attacks archers, he'll kill them. If you go for goblins, he'll destroy the goblins, obviously. So you need, like, ways to tank for stuff sometimes, and you just can't do that with only one Mighty Miner. So that's why I also feel like this matchup is tough, and I don't see myself winning this at all, honestly. I know I'm up right now, but how am I supposed to get damage, right? We're going same lane. I think I should be going opposite lane, but it's far too late at this point. I can Goblins to catch the Miner, but he has arrows. Like, my entire defensive core gets destroyed by arrows. My Mighty Miner gets shut down by the Ewiz. Like, I genuinely don't think there's anything I can do right now. And it just really sucks, honestly, because, I mean, I don't really think Pumpo has many good matchups. I mean, I don't play the deck. I don't know the matchups, honestly. I'd have to think about them, but I just really don't think it's, like, that amazing, I guess. But that being said, I'm probably just upset I'm going to lose to Giant Double Prince right now and going to be at 2 losses in the GC. I'm going to keep going in, though, maybe try and outcycle something, but he does get the Prince down last second. Like, if he messes up, I can get a lock, but if he doesn't mess up, I'm dead. I'm going to try, though. Like, a lot of Xbow is waiting for your opponent to make mistakes and just punishing them, so I'm going to go for that, of course. Going to Mighty for the Giant. Yeah, like, even my Mighty Miner gets countered by the Ewiz, and then, like, I'm not exactly able to counter the Giant. I don't have, like, a cannon or a Tesla. I actually do get a lock in the right. Yeah, he can just reset with a zap. Like, he has a lot of buffer room even if he messes up, so it's just really annoying, honestly. I mean, okay, honestly, I was going to say I did get maybe some kind of advantage at the end, but no, I didn't at all. Honestly, I'm pretty upset because there was nothing I could have done there. And this is, I would say, one of the weaknesses of Pumpo. Like, number one, you don't have the best defense in some matchups because you only have one Mighty Miner. Number two, if you can't break through with an Xbow eventually, like, I don't know how you're supposed to win. Even if I was up so much Elixir at so many points in that match with my pump advantage, I punished his miners, you know, when he had to defensive miner against my Mighty Miner, but you just can't do anything sometimes, so it's really unfortunate. Anyways, into our next match against Dez. Gonna give him the good luck here. At 2 losses, so pretty tense right now. I'd obviously love to get a 12 win with Pump Bow because, Tor has been requesting it for over 2 weeks right now, so it'd be nice. And if I get 11 wins, I could still upload it, but I don't feel as good. I don't try and hide losses from you guys. I'm not going to cut that out of the video. I know some people like to cut losses out. I do sometimes, but only when it's pertinent, I guess. But at the same time, I feel like the video isn't as valuable if I get 11 wins, as opposed to 12. That's just how I feel. Anyway, gonna Xbow with this Mighty Miner. I feel like it could be an okay situation because he just went for a Fireball as well. Ice Spirit for the Musk. I'll take some chip. And he goes for a Tesla. Okay, so this is going to be Xbow, I guess. This is not good at all, because 3.0 Xbow, he has a Musketeer, though, so it's not 3.0. At least it's not a Queen, I guess. Queen would be even worse, but, most Xbow cycle decks actually counter Pump Bow. I don't know about Icebow, to be honest. I have to talk to Hunter or Kenny about that. I could ask Hunter, I guess, but I don't talk about Pump Bow much. But yeah, anyway, this is also tough, because I don't have a big spell. I'm going to go Mighty Archers the Bridge. He shouldn't be able to punish. Okay, E-Spirit Log actually... Oh, thank God, the E-Spirit didn't clip my... Or the Log... Wait, no, the E-Spirit didn't clip my Archers. If it did, I think I would have lost just now. This is so scary, because his E-Spirit Log will kill my Archers, and, I think... the way I've seen other Pump Bow players play this matchup when I play 3.0 is they go for defensive Xbows to bait out Fireballs, and then they go Pump to punish that, and then they try and build an advantage that way. Just gonna log the Knight back. Skeleton is decent pressure, I'm just gonna log, and it'll be dealt with easily. Then Xbow opposite, I think. This is gonna be a pretty solid push. Gonna Mighty in front as well. He just wasted his Knight. Yeah, nice. Gonna go for my Goblins after, I think, or I could go Archers too, but Goblins might be better because they are cheaper. Nice, we get a lock. Really good punish there. Messes up the Knight. I think he just went E-Spirit as well. I could be wrong though, but I'm going to Ice Spirit just to, whatever. Yeah, I think he doesn't have E-Spirit. Oh my God, we actually get a lock. That is huge because without that, I don't think I would have won. So, when you play a deck like this that you're not familiar with, you really have to know when to punish. I knew he just wasted his Knight. I could get a big advantage by going Xbow Mighty Miner, and I thankfully was able to do it. So, these are just the small things, this isn't a Pump Bow specific thing, that's just a overall Clash Royale macro thing, that, also you can't really learn this kind of stuff. Honestly guys, I see a lot of you guys comment, how can I do so-and-so, and then, I can give you tips, but ultimately, there's no one thing I can say that'll help you be able to do exactly everything in the same way. You just have to really play a lot yourself, and, obviously I try my best to give you tips as much as I can. The whole point of my channel is an educational, channel, because Actually, I guess I'm going off on a tangent now. Random tangent, why not? The reason I started my channel was just to start it with myself, honestly, trying to help myself get better. I posted, games I was proud of. Then, I'll talk about that another time, I guess, because I could talk about that story forever. But, I do enjoy helping people get better. It's, something I love doing, honestly. If it's, this, especially, something I care about. But at the same time, I get a lot of comments that I just don't know how to respond to. I don't know what you want me to say. I can't, tell everyone everything in every situation. Eventually, you just have to be able to, have good enough principles where you can figure stuff out for yourself, too. Anyway, against the Xbow, I think you want to log the defensive Xbow. I think that's a pretty good play I made, because you don't want to let it sit there, of course. And he goes for his own defensive Xbow again. Gonna try and protect my Xbow as well as I can. Again, log cycle on it. And trying to force him to... I'm just trying to force the game to go in my pace, I guess. I don't really want him to be able to just go for the offensive Xbow constantly and eventually get a lock. So I'm just trying to, log out the defensive Xbows. If he ever just Fireball cycles to catch up with damage, he'll definitely lose. So I'm definitely, preventing that. Gonna offensive Xbow and just pressure quite a bit here. Again, literally just to not let him build up a big lock and catch up in damage. Because I'm holding on to that situation I capitalized on in single. And just really trying to get something happening here. And just, this is a really bad matchup, so I'd obviously not like to lose it. I don't want a defensive Xbow. I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to be able to take his Xbow out. He's back to another Xbow, and we have to cycle rapidly to a Mighty Miner. Pre-logs the middle. Good thing I went Goblins in the left. You always have to split stuff up, by the way, guys, or change things up. You can't just defensive, or you can't Goblins the middle every time. He was expecting that, so that's why I went Goblins, lower corner, small stuff like that as well. Gonna log the Xbow. It really doesn't matter. He can't get 1,000 damage with Fireballs. Also, I think he was a bit too, aggressive there. I would probably get a lock in this situation if this match continued. Or maybe not, but at least, I would defend his. To be fair, he has a big spell and I don't. Okay, wow, that was actually a decent Fireball. But yeah, like, I was able to win. That was a really nice win against definitely a bad matchup. I'll give him the good game, you know, fellow Xbow player. But he should not have lost that. Like, that is... I always beat Pumpo 100% of the time with Xbow cycles, so that is definitely on him. But yeah, thank God we beat that. I don't know why I'm getting like so many difficult matchups. They do not want me to succeed with Pumpo, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna go for the next match, guys. 11 wins right now, so yeah, I guess we're gonna see what's up. It looks like queue time is gonna take a long time. I had to cut it earlier too. I'll cut it and be right back when we find the next match. Alright guys, we finally found our match against GS. Looks to be a Chinese player. Gonna see what's up. Gonna give him good luck. This is... everything's on the table. Everything's on the line. I don't know why I said table. It's 11-2. I do not want to lose this GC. I would love to get a 12-win Pumpo video, especially because Tor's been asking for it for so long. By the way, guys, like, I was really happy to, you know, oblige. And if you really want to see a video, if you're as dedicated as Tor, you know, you comment 17 days in a row, I will probably listen at some point. And again, on the note of inactivity, I really wish I wasn't as inactive as I was. Like, I've been so busy with class, honestly. Like, so busy. I uploaded a video of my presentation. I worked so hard on my project, and yeah, I was really proud of it overall. But yeah, I've been really busy with like schoolwork, and just sometimes, like, I'm not always doing schoolwork obviously, but sometimes I just want to chill and relax. I guess, you know, like, videos do make me feel happy. Like, every time I do it, I always have a lot of fun, and it's like one of my favorite things. It's just that it's like hard sometimes to get started, you know. Like, right now I'm having so much fun. Like, just, you know, I'm really nervous. I don't want to lose, but at the same time, like, it's really enjoyable. It's just, you know, like, you know what I mean, right? Like, it's just kind of tough. Anyway, went Mighty Miner low enough to try and let the Marcher walk. It did not work out. Tower isn't targeting, so I have to go Goblins. Looks like it's going to be some kind of Bridgespam with just the Bandit and the Queen. I'm taking no risks whatsoever. I'm going to defensive Expo like the entire time. I really don't care, to be honest. Like, I know some people might say, oh, like, such a scummy playstyle, whatever, but I'm at 11-2 playing a deck that I'm not very comfortable with. I guess it is Xbow. I mean, I ultimately love Xbow, so I'll play any Xbow deck. But this is a hard deck to play in this meta, honestly. Archers were nerfed. I do not see any good matchups, honestly, out of what I've played today. Like, I really don't, except for this right now. But I'm just going to defensive Xbow. Like, I'm not going to take any risks. I need to get a very safe, secure win, because I'm already at 2 losses. Maybe if I wasn't at 2 losses, I would play a bit differently, but I am, like, this is what I'm doing right now. Okay, bad Bandit. I do get the Fire Spirit chip. I'm gonna Goblins. Like, sometimes it's annoying because I can just Goblins, but then I have to leak a bit, like, you know, in that situation. I could have gone Mighty Miner to not leak, but I'd rather just go Goblins. Gonna defensive Expo and Pump, so, you know, this is what this deck was built for, I guess. Just, you know, playing Clash of Clans, Sim City, buildings everywhere, like, just, this is probably what makes people rage quit, honestly. But, okay, this is getting really scary. Hold on. Raging EBarbs, I have to be careful here. Oh, God. I'm gonna log as well. Okay, I should have tried to clip the other EBarb, but it's tough, you know, to, like, get it sometimes. We did survive, I guess, but yeah, Raging EBarb's not a fun push to defend. I do have the Mighty Miner. They're going to defensive Expo. I think I'm probably not going to offensive Expo the whole game, unless he wastes a lot of elixir, then I'm up a lot. Like, that's my game plan for now. Okay, we're going to have to defend. Going to log, hopefully clip the barbs too. Nice, good clip. Fire Spirit for all the barbs. I guess they're all barbs, EBarbs and normal barbs. Then Mighty Miner for the Marcher, keep my defense Expo up. And, I mean, pumps aren't getting me too much of an advantage here, like they are, but I feel like defense expos are key here, you know, and I already recognized the deck, you know, I knew he didn't have a big spell, that's why I knew defense expos would be crazy, so, yeah, that's been working out. Gonna log, actually holding on to this expo decently well. Gonna Ice Spirit 2, maybe get a small lock, if I can. Okay, never mind, but like I said, you know, this is how you play this deck. You play passively, you wait for them to overstep, or wait for yourself to have an advantage, then you go in. Okay, I didn't expect I thought I might have messed up the bomb, honestly, that's why I went Fire Spirit, but I guess I didn't need the Fire Spirit on the Queen, but whatever. Gonna defense Expo again, like, I mean, I did one offensive Expo, like, after overtime, that was my first one, so you really have to be patient. I think, not even, this is, by the way, just Expo principles overall, like, not even just pump bow. Also, hold on, this is getting really sketchy. That was bad. I actually can't afford to, like, take this damage right now. I'm gonna try and focus up and get a lock, cause yeah, I'm gonna offense Expo rather with my defense Expo supporting. I get a lock. Nice. He actually messed up the battle ram. Gonna log the Queen back, and then we finally get a nice lock. Good stuff. So yeah, like, you just bide your time and go for the perfect opportunity, unless you're just down a lot of elixir. You have no choice, like me just now. Gonna go ability. Oh, it didn't work out. Oh, that's bad. I would have loved to get that, you know, on those E-bars, but I guess we're fine. Gonna Goblins to protect my Archer. Nice. So Rage doesn't kill Goblins or Archers. It is a really scary card, honestly. Like, raging EBarbs are one of the scariest things in the game, in my opinion. Like, I really don't like defending them. But thankfully, if you defend well, like, you just spread your stuff out, you can do fine. Gonna stack archers too, by the way. I've been stacking archers and defensive Xbows. These are all Xbow principles that I'm trying to teach you guys. Like, you know, when no big spell is in a deck, I don't know why I said it that way. When a deck doesn't have a big spell, you can abuse defensive Xbows, of course. You can stack archers, all that kind of stuff, which you couldn't do if they had, say, an earthquake or arrows. Anyways, that was a really easy game. Really easy matchup, to be fair, though. But thankfully, we finally got one good matchup. And that wasn't really Pumpo, that was Xbow. Like, I think I went pump a few times, or maybe like once or twice, but the real merit of that was just the defensive Xbow the whole game. And, like, you know, this is how you play. Like, you have to play correctly if you want to win. If you just spam offensive Xbows the whole game, which I think is something a lot of people do, you will be in a lot of trouble. Anyways, big tangent aside, like random Xbow advice aside, we get the 12 win with Pumpo, which I'm super proud of. Tor, I hope you're proud of me too, because I know you wanted this for a long time. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. I'm so happy I was able to get it. I have not had time to play the game either, which is good because they made ladder mega draft right now. I'm not motivated whatsoever anyways. Like, I can't even play my main deck on ladder right now. Like, what is the point? So I've just been playing GCs to chill and just, yeah, like, focusing on school and real life stuff. Like, I went to the gym today. I finally started doing barbell squats and deadlifts, by the way, guys. It feels so good. Like, I'm really excited to get back into the swing of things. So yeah, anyways, I feel really happy about this. Hope you guys are proud of the Pumpo 12 win. That's going to be for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.